And what's going on, guys? Kale here, coming at you with another video. For those of you new to the channel, I am an endgame player with 4 accounts, 3 of which are in the endgame, and the last one is quickly approaching the endgame. Sorry, just playing with lighting over here. With that being said, we are actually on the big account over here, which is Vagar. This is my OG account, the account I've been playing the longest. And today we are looking at the Ultimate 32. So this is the Cosmic Crucible week event that just started. There is also a milestone that's kind of going in with this as well. And basically, if you are... basically, basically, if you full clear this, you are getting rewards towards that milestone. So, with that being said, I wanted to kind of look at a couple things today. I don't, number one, claim to be like this expert Cosmic Crucible player. That is certainly not it. I typically go for a more offensive strategy. This is the event we're talking about. So basically, you play Cosmic Crucible battles, and you also open up gold orbs. Anyway, so where this one is going to vary a little bit is that it's going to be going for a little bit longer. And there is obviously more people, so it's going to be 2 extra days of Cosmic Crucible versus the normal 3. So let's look at my defense real quick. Nothing really crazy. I did the Web of Destiny over here. It's basically kind of a play on the Tangled Eternals, but the Eternals don't get the buff anymore, so I just kind of did Web Warriors and Tangled Web. Strength in numbers, kind of my idea here was I was thinking the Gregs might kind of get a little bit of a boost, and maybe the Zims, though I don't know that they technically are summoning. I think those are technically respawns, so I don't think Zim actually gets the buff from this room. Health insurance, I just kind of thought that Rebirth kind of has a lot of buffs, and maybe with the, healing every time they remove a buff, I thought this might kind of drag down the efficiency. And then Overcharged over here, I just kind of did low, basically characters that have either high cooldowns or low cooldowns for their ultimate, so they can use them more frequently. So Doom should basically be able to ult turn 1. Shang-Chi over here should be basically ulting every other turn. So yeah, I thought this might be kind of interesting. Anywho, let's look at my opponent. So we've got J-Dub over here, which let's see where they fall. Oh, there he is. So 28 mil, and I am just shy of 32 mil, so it's about a 4 million punch down. The punch downs, punch ups, I don't really think they matter as much, just because, I do obviously have a 32 million TCP, but I've also been playing longer, so I could have characters built up that are basically useless, and J-Dub essentially could maybe have that 28 million could be all more recent characters. So basing it strictly off TCP can be a little funny, I think. But anyway, so what do we got here? Not really much going on as far as a defense. I think Overcharge should be pretty easy. Health insurance, I don't really see... I don't think this one will be a problem either. Strength in numbers... maybe with Nick Fury's summons, but again, not really thinking too much there. Yeah, so looks pretty simple so far. I'm going to go in, let's actually do Web of Destiny first, and I'm going to see if my Tangled Eternals counter works the same. I imagine it should. Now this counter actually came up was basically developed by one of my guildmates, Santiago. He kind of came up with this counter, and I think we should be just as good here. So let's see. If anything, I think this counter actually might be a little bit easier because with the Tangled Eternals, you kind of have to worry about the Ultron bots being summoned because basically Icarus will delete them and he double taps. And you don't have that issue with the Tangled uh, Web Warriors kind of version because there's no like mass AoE slash double tap. So I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, standard Masters of Evil might have been okay, but let's just kind of see how this counter goes. So typically what I do with this counter is I go after Spider Weaver first, and oh, actually, she doesn't even have the revive. Hmm. Yeah, this is actually, I think, overkill. Because, like, last season, the Spider Weaver had the revive, so it was kind of, like, really essential that you killed her with either Ultron, or Apocalypse, or Kang. But, yeah, that's not even a thing on this one. So, this room is actually a lot easier than it was last season. Because you'll see here, we'll wipe out Spider Weaver, and then the rest of this is going to be really just like a cakewalk. So, with that being said, it's something I actually might consider for my own defense. Is I might actually take the Tangled Web slash Web Warriors off of this node because, I mean, honestly, I could have probably have gone in here with just regular Masters of Evil, and I think this would have been like even overkill with that. Because we're going to go in, and I think Kang is probably going to kill everyone here. Yeah, that was kind of overkill. um, yeah, so I don't think I needed to go that hard on this room, but it's okay. I mean, we'll take an easy win. Um, So I think I don't need that similar defense on my own. So I actually might change this room because that was just, I mean, really easy. Let's look at some of the other ones. This Overcharged, I don't think this room is going to be a problem. Um, when it rains, let's see. When a positive effect is applied, increase the duration. Da, 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 da. Honestly, and again, this might be overkill, but I think Gamma should, like, kind of walk through this. Um, we don't have any global rules against Gamma, so reason I'm bringing in Gamma, so, you know, number one, Red Hulk should be able to kind of knock out some of those revive ones. Other theories, too, is that with Brawn, I should be able to kind of get rid of any negative effects. So yeah, and then on top of it, She-Hulk should be able to kind of throw them back as well. Um, so that's kind of my thinking in this. We obviously want to get rid of the evades so we can actually do the remove revive one. So we'll actually go after Nebula first and just kind of get rid of that kind of double tap mechanic. We can't stun anyone, so I just basically went in with Abomination Special, and kind of, you know, the idea there is just to kind of get rid of those evades. Because I didn't want there to be like multi-evades. Now, I think what I have an opportunity here is if I do the special, I should get all of those positives. So if anything, kind of taking in Infinity Watch here and then basically kind of using Gamma, I think is a solid counter so far anyway. Because there, I mean, we basically lost all those negative effects that got kind of piled onto us. And with the steal from Brawn, we were actually able to take most of the positive effects from Nebula. Anyway, let's see. Let's get rid of that revive once on Nebula over here. And we'll take out Nebula, and then I think my next target will probably be... I mean, I could either do Gamora or Adam Warlock or Phyla-Vell even. Anyway, let's just get rid of Nebula first, and we'll kind of go from there. We'll see where everyone's at health-wise. We do have the ultimate available for Red Hulk over here. We'll get a little heal going with Brawn as well as that immunity. And let's see, they all have immunity, so the stun isn't going to do anything, so we'll do a basic. And so that's the only maybe problem with this room is it's basically kind of it's a drain on efficiency essentially. Um, but I've always kind of been of the mentality that as long as I'm full clearing my opponent, I'm more interested in getting the match rewards versus I guess trying to turtle my defense. I've never been a big fan of that. One of the added patch things. So this is a quality of life improvement, but basically you can now see that the gamma radiation effect is on the field, which they didn't actually used to do that. So that's actually a nice improvement. I do like that. We are stuck behind a taunt with Moondragon. Not a big deal though. And I definitely like this. Basically, She-Hulk over here throwing everything back. Kind of cool. I shouldn't have actually done that special. I should have actually saved that for either Adam Warlock or Gamora over here, but just kind of wasn't paying attention. Again, like I said, the immunities kind of being out there does kind of suck because you're not going to be able to get any negative effects on Infinity Watch. So if you're basically looking to bring in a team that is very dependent on negative effects, this is not going to be a good room. So it's just kind of something to keep your eye on. Again, this isn't a hard match though. It's just kind of more an efficiency drain, but we are managing to clear it just fine. Just about got Adam Warlock down over here, and then we will basically finish off Gamora, and this match will be over. What I do like about this room from the offensive side is with She-Hulk, basically no negative effects are sticking because she's throwing them back every couple turns, and so that's awesome. Because this room does have the potential to really stack up the negative effects, and you're going to be wanting either a character that has a really good cleanse, or someone like She-Hulk that's throwing stuff back kind of constantly. So yeah, this was a pretty good match. Again, it is a bit of an efficiency drain. We did go through a lot of turns there, but we got through it, which is ultimately what I'm looking at. Next, let's see. So, let's see. What is our next room going to be? So, we have Portable Shield, Steel. We have the Hero Asgardians. We've got Rebirth, and we have Invaders. So, let's see what we've got offense-wise still. So, we still have Unlimited X-Men. We still have Darkhold. We still have our Bionic Avengers, our own Infinity Watch. We also still have New Warriors, which I've been doing with Quicksilver. So this is probably overkill, but let's go ahead and go New Warriors and Quicksilver. So where is Quicksilver? Just filter this out to Mystic, make things a little bit faster. There you are. Let me actually save this. I think this one should go pretty quickly. And then we will actually kind of go to the next section. Now, actually thinking about it, might have been kind of fun to do the New Warriors Quicksilver Dorm with the Invaders, because with the summons from Nick Fury, that would have really kind of been fueling some energy for Deathpool. So basically, I probably would have gotten a turn 1 ult for Dagger over here. But anyway, go in. Well, I'll go ahead and ultimate on Miss Marvel over here. Go ahead and get the blinds. Most of these are going to get stripped off when Squirrel Girl does her first move. So I'm actually going to kind of go towards Squirrel Girl a little bit. And she actually might ult here. Because I believe... Oh, no, she didn't get ability energy there. But now we're going to go ahead and start working on Squirrel Girl. And Quicksilver, I am noticing, as he is getting more stars, he is getting quite a bit better. This should actually kill Squirrel Girl, and this match is basically done. Without Squirrel Girl, the match becomes way less annoying. With the revives, I'm not really worried about my efficiency so much. So when Dagger goes, she will do her ultimate. That doesn't sound like good English to me, but Dagger will do her ultimate on her next turn. I'm going to go ahead and get the evade off of Kate over here. And let's see. Quicksilver actually just took out Kate. And we'll go ahead and do the ultimate just for the lulz. And I think over here, Dagger should finish things off. And there we go. Oh, surprising. We'll finish things off with Dorm then. Quick, easy match. Not too bad there. That efficiency was pretty good. That was 10 turns. So pretty good on that end. Again, I think that would have been a kind of a fun match to do against the Invaders. But we went with whatchamacallit. We went with New Warriors instead. All right. Let's see. So I am thinking I'm gonna do Infinity Watch here. I think. Yeah, I think. Let's see. Because what I don't want to get into a situation, I don't want to get stuck basically behind the Hero Asgardians. While they're not like a super meta team anymore, I don't want to get stuck behind them. So I'm thinking Darkhold here, just, kind of get that efficiency. And then I can either do Unlimited with Rebirth or with Invaders. And I'm thinking I like the idea of Unlimited with Rebirth better, or with Invaders rather, because with all the summons and the extra turns, I think Gambit is going to be pinging more, and so I like the thought of that. What are the rules here? Special abilities cost 3 more, ultimates cost 3 less. So, things I have to be careful for here. Agent Venom is going to have a turn 1 ultimate, so I want to be careful of that. So, I think Infinity Watch is the way to go here. So, I think what I'm going to kind of do is basically go after Agent Venom first, and then maybe either stun Agent Carter, or not Agent Carter, Captain Carter, rather. Yeah, I think Agent Venom first, because we will have the evades now. And then we should have a turn 1 ult for Gamora also, which is nice. So Gamora's ult is going to be on a 3-turn cooldown, which is pretty cool. Let's see. The other cool thing is Captain Carter's special, which is the one she uses to revive, she isn't going to be using as much. So we'll go in with Adam Warlock's stun. So we got the stun on Captain Carter over there. So we're kind of stuck behind Captain America's taunt, which is okay. Now, he got that taunt basically because of the damage we did. Let's see if we can get rid of... All right, we got rid of Agent Venom, so that is good. Let's go ahead and take out Captain Carter over here. And yeah, this match is basically over. We will basically... And so that's kind of crazy. So Nebula's ultimate is literally available every turn. So every turn Nebula gets, she is able to do her ultimate, which basically gives Infinity Watch those evades, which is pretty awesome. We'll do the special there. We're not going to be able to do that again, but not bad. We do have to be careful. I believe Winter Soldier, his ultimate is a pretty low cooldown as well, so we want to be careful of that. We don't want to lose a character, because that definitely will mess with our efficiency. We're not going to do so good healthy character bonus, but we did clear that. So that one went pretty smoothly as well. Last 2 rooms, I don't think Hero Asgardians are going to be any issues, so I'll do that one last, just in case. Strength in numbers, I think still Unlimited X-Men is the way to go. Yeah, I think this should still be pretty much a cakewalk, so Basically, the summons from Nick Fury are going to get kind of added health, but with them going, they're not as strong outside of raids, and I think with them going, that is just going to really cause Gambit to kind of just be pinging a lot. So let's see, I guess, kind of what happens here. This one, again, might be a little bit of an efficiency drain, but it should be, I think, a pretty easy clear. Let's see. Okay, so we're actually already pinging Iron Fist World War II over here. Let's go ahead and flip that speed down to speed up. We'll get an ability block, which actually didn't land the ability block, which is kind of surprising. We'll go ahead and get the taunt going with Rogue. And it is a little bit overkill on a shield security, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll do the ultimate with Sunfire over here, and Invaders are already looking pretty rough. Okay, again, we're stuck behind a taunt, so no choice there. Let's see. We'll just go down the middle here, and that takes... Oh, I'm actually surprised that didn't take out Union Jack over here. We'll go ahead and stun Fury. And yeah, this match is over, and that was not as bad efficiency as I thought it would be. Again, another easy win. Let's go ahead and get into the last room, which is going to be our hero as Guardians. And again, I think Darkhold should basically be able to walk through, or walk all over this room. I mean, my Morgan alone is almost double the power of their lowest character. That's actually over double. So yeah, this should be a quick fight. Yeah, so this first one, not that bad. I don't know if it's from my opponent being kind of on the meh side. You know, the defense didn't really seem like anything to write home about. Honestly, I think the Tangled Web room, I don't even know that it's worth putting Tangled Web there, because the Masters of Apocalypse just like blew through that. Yeah, so Valkyrie's down already. Let's go ahead and get rid of Thor over here. And yeah, this is, I mean, this fight I wasn't really anticipating anything. Thor should be gone with that. And yeah, this fight is done. Not much of an efficiency drain either. Fight went pretty smoothly. We'll go ahead and get rid of Mighty Thor over there. Start working on Sif. And bam, bam, bam. And let's get rid of Heimdall. Easy breezy, not even a minute. And yeah, that was the first round of Cosmic Crucible 32. Let's see how I did score-wise, and that'll kind of base our efficiency, how efficient we were. So 50,164, that's a fairly efficient score. We will see how my opponent does, and yeah, that's going to be match number 1 of this week of Cosmic Crucible. Hopefully y'all found this video helpful. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a good week. Good week in, what are we calling this? Ultimate 32, and I will see you next time.